This is CrazyR6. Quickly just wanted to provide a short video tutorial of some of the most common tips that will help our alliance be successful and will hopefully save some headaches for our R4s and R5s trying to manage things for us. Roger's word of the day messages are fantastic, but if you've got ADHD brain, and I think most of us playing a game like this probably do, maybe your eyes get a little glassy when you see a big wall of text. This doesn't replace his reminders, but I hope they help augment them and maybe help to contextualize why we're doing what we're doing and when we're doing it. And this first one is just a quick tutorial, answer some of the most common questions I see in chat. Not meant to insult anybody's intelligence, but I just see the same questions over and over again. If this is useful, I record future videos on specific activities like the martial exercise or the zombie invasion while they're in progress. So get started real quick. Let's talk about red notification icons. You should be clicking anytime you see a red notification icon because it's probably something to look at here. So this one is I can regain 50 stamina. You do that twice a day with a 4-hour cooldown. Take advantage of that. It's free stamina instead of having to buy stamina packs. Make sure you're definitely claiming your second one prior to reset. Even if you have more than 120 stamina, you can carry that over to the next day. The VIP usually has the free chest, and if you are a VIP, you get a daily freebie. Make sure you're clicking on that. It's probably worth it. You can get VIP for 30 days for 10,000 diamonds, and 10,000 sounds like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a huge amount when you talk about how you get it from mines, from alliance gifts, etc. And there's a lot of great benefits to being VIP. You also, if you don't know, you get some freebies up here. So in the weekly pass, there's a free chest here. And in the daily sale, there's another free chest. Make sure you're claiming those every day. Let's talk chat and alliances and alliance announcements. So chat, sometimes you can't scroll all the way back to see stuff. If there's something really important we want people to know, we'll put an alliance announcement out. You can come back and reference them here. If you clicked out of one too quickly, you need to go back and check it. And then we also have the alliance mail here. So this is where you're gonna get like Roger's word of the day. If you are in a hurry and you click out of it too quickly, that's how you get back to it. So you can actually read it, understand, and comply. That's the biggest issue we have, is I think we have people who understand it, but they just don't comply, or maybe they just don't read it. Let's talk Alliance Store. So everybody I think knows that this Alliance Store is here. One thing that I think people maybe forget about is you also have the Honor Store, where you can cash in your honor points from Desert Storm Battlefield or from the Capital Wars, or Campaign Store, where you can cash in your campaign ribbons from the Honorable Campaign, which you can get to by, it's changed. Now it's here at the tower. Highly recommend doing this every time it resets. It gives you some free upgrades for your heroes below level 100, and it gives you a lot of legendary campaign chests. Of course, it gives you campaign medals that you can use to cash in at the store. All right. Every time you see that help button, mash that so that we can help each other. It's free and it gives you alliance points. Tavern, in case people didn't know, you do get free recruits. So I get a free legendary in 5.5 hours. I get a free survivor in 1 day, 10 hours. Make sure you're checking that and get the free ones. Even if it's not the day to draw, like today is our survivor day for versus. So, great. But if I had a free hero recruit, there's no point in saving that 2 more days for day 4 of versus, because it's gonna refresh again by then. Let's see, power recommendations. So this is a cool, not sure if people know this, but if you come up here to the top banner and you click your power, you get the power details page, but then you can also click power up, click your rating, and this gives you a quick overview of how you're doing compared to the rest of the server. So you can see most of my stuff is pretty high. My units are low because we just got finished with Enemy Buster and I went balls to the wall and blew all my drill grounds out. But one thing that I could use some work on is my drone level. So I've been working on this. This was a C a couple days ago, and I've been working on specifically prioritizing resources, prioritizing purchases towards my drone. And when I say purchases, yes, both real money and also like coming here to the Alliance store and using campaign ribbons to purchase battle data so I can upgrade my drone faster. So just a good way of knowing what you should be focusing on to make sure you're well-rounded and powerful. All right, let's go to the events tab. The primary one here is arms race. You can click the calendar and see what is happening, where you should be prioritizing your time. And it's worth doubling up on different events. So right now from 9 to 1 is a city building phase. So you're going to get points for increasing your building power using construction speed ups. We're also getting points in the verses by doing the same thing. So one of the tips that I have is last night, as soon as server reset hit, we started earning alliance points or versus points for these. But I knew that in the arms race, I wasn't going to get these points until 9 o'clock this morning. So I had a bunch of buildings that were completed and wrapped up as gifts. I didn't click on those till 9 o'clock this morning. So a little bit slower building points for the verses, but I have a full 24 hours to do that. I don't need to do it all at once. So just try to keep in mind, you should be checking the events calendar to see what is coming up. And you should be checking your verses calendar as well. If you want to see what's coming up for future days in verses, you can click dual progress and then click at each of these days. It'll tell you exactly what you're going to get points for. So tomorrow, this is where we get all the points for the drone chests. So you can see I've got my drone chest saved up for tomorrow. Other events that are critical here, we've got the alliance exercise. You will get wrenches, and some people don't know what to do with these wrenches, these construction parts. That is right here, click build. I can't do it because the event has ended, but once we restart the alliance exercise, you're able to click build and donate your wrenches for, I think it's like 500 alliance points per wrench. So definitely worth donating those because that's a lot of alliance points you can use in the alliance store to purchase things. And then we also have the zombie siege. Right now we're level 2, so only headquarters 20 and above will get attacked, and you can see the rewards for those. I'll have other videos for martial exercise and zombie. The other things I wanted to touch on real quick. So versus today, we're getting points for legendary secret tasks and UR trade trucks, right? So when we come into secret tasks, you can see every single one that I've done so far and have dispatched are all legendary items. For this last one, I'm clicking my refresh button. This is how you try to get different tasks, and I am out. So I did the best I could. I think I had like 25 saved up, and I got 6 out of my 7 secret tasks were legendary. I did my part. If you click on ally tasks, you can assist other allies. We can see, all right, Jules doing a good job. She's prioritizing. We got a couple blue ones here. We didn't really need to see those. And you see a lot of other orange tasks. So people are getting the message and people are refreshing. And then we got a few more purple. Maybe they just ran out, right? Like me, I'll have a blue one up here eventually. And I just ran out of gold tasks. I ran out of refreshes. To loot, I just posted a whole bunch of secret tasks that Tiberian just did as well. So we go to another war zone. The easiest way to find lootable tasks is to zoom out just until they disappear and then zoom back in. And now you can see it's also useful to go to the capital because that's where the most powerful alliances tend to be, kind of like in our server. And all of the secret tasks tend to be around there. So there's a level 4 gold. I think I already shared this one. Look, don't waste your time looting blue tasks or even sharing blue tasks in the chat. Like if you find a level 4 purple, like maybe it's worth sharing it. If anything, just to get to the location. But like we don't need to be sharing the rewards there are not that great. So let's focus on trying to plunder gold tasks, and definitely make sure we're plundering from other servers, not our own. This is a server we're playing against in server versus server this weekend. So the more we take away from them, ooh, this might be fun. The better chances we have. We take away their speed ups, we take away their ore so they can't upgrade their heroes, etc. And then let's talk about trucks real quick. So trucks, one, make sure you're filtering out trucks from your war zone. We do not hit our own trucks, and we're trying not to hit our own secret tasks as well. We're not as good at that yet, but this is really easy. Like, as long as you have that checked, you're never going to plunder a truck from your own war zone. What we're trying to do is we're trying to find trucks from 807 that we can plunder. So here's one from 807. I can click plunder, and I think I already got that guy. We'll go back here for now, though. The other point that I wanted to make here is we're getting points for dispatching UR or gold trucks today. So both of my trucks are gold. I've got 2 more gold ones teed up where I hit the dice and I kept on refreshing my truck until I had 2 more gold ones. I'm not going to send these out because these are my weaker squad 3 and squad 4 are my weaker squad. So I want to wait till squad 1 and squad 2 come back, and I can have them go back out with the legendary trucks. But look, don't hit trucks from our war zone. It's too easy to hit that filter button and hit other trucks. Try to prioritize. Here's how we find out who we're fighting. So we're 797. We're fighting against 807. So we're trying to prioritize and fight trucks from that war zone. Okay. Radar tasks. I see this question come up a lot. We are saving them for tomorrow. Whenever you have a versus event and you see Age of Science, complete 1 radar task. So we can hold on to them until tomorrow, and all those points will work. Right now I have 23 of 35 are saved. Now if I hit like 34, 35 or 35, then I can take a couple of them out, and that way I can get an additional refresh. Otherwise you just lose out on them. The other piece, like I mentioned before though, so tomorrow is radar tasks. Well, that is also, let's see when arms are, so the drone boost, this works out really well. So at 9 o'clock is a drone boost. So you're going to want to use all your radar tasks right at reset. That just makes sense. Last thing I'll go over, we are at right now top 8 alliance, should be top 4 once we build our troops back up. We have R4s and R5s who volunteer for First Lady duties, so we're authorized server buffs. To get to the server buffs, to request them, you click your profile picture, click 797, and there's all the buffs you can request. You can see I'm in line at 12:20, about 40 minutes from now. I'll take over for 5 minutes as Secretary of Development, and I'll get these construction and research speed buffs that I can use. If you're not using these, start using them. The only ones you're not going to apply for are First Lady and Military Commander. All the rest of them, go for it. And feel free to click on the buffs and see what they do for you and what you can get. But you should definitely be trying to synchronize your big builds and your big research with having a buff. What I do, so I've got in 40 minutes, mine will come up. If I come over here and I look, I still have like 12 hours left, 11 hours, 10 hours on some of my builds. I'll use my speed ups as soon as I get my buff, and I'll start 3 brand new builds with the buff. That way it just goes a lot faster. Hope this is helpful. give me your feedback, and we'll do more videos in the future.